Well, I hadn't bothered to do no video yet today. Good day, YouTube family and friends. I've drug myself on up out of the house and did what I had to do. And now I've drug myself down here and it's election day. It's voting day. And I'm down here at the college where we vote at. Yeah. I gotta go inside and decide whether or not to let them tax me more. Another penny. They want another penny. For road work. Well, we had that penny, and they used that penny, and then we voted that penny out. So they've been pushing to get that penny back on the ballot. And that's what I'm getting ready to go in and vote on right now. I'm not going to tell you how I'm going to vote. I'm not going to tell you. I don't never talk about what I do. Oh, that's personal. Real personal. But anyway, I gotta get out here and slide through these doors. I'm on campus here. Well, that sun gets you. The campus of right here near the house. Anyway, let's go in here and see what we get done. Get my idea. Well, now ain't that a sight to be seen? I secured my vote. I'm a Georgia voter. You know what? Sad part is it costs a lot of money to do this voting. The poll workers and all these people, you know, and the machines pulled out. And the only thing on this ballot was that penny. That one little penny was on the ballot at taxpayers' expenses, because the county administration wants that penny so bad they make the taxpayers pay to set up an election over that penny instead of waiting until it could be on another ballot when we, you know, are voting people in and out of office and stuff like that. But now they had to have a special election for this penny. This penny is the only thing on it. Yeah, we can say we don't have nothing to vote about. But nope. And instead, that lady told me at this precinct all week long, early voting. See, they get paid to be here early vote, to be here to run the booths all week for early voting. Early voting this precinct had 88 people all week to come in and vote. Now, is that really necessary? When you got one thing on the ballot, it should just, no early voting, 1 day voting, and okay, keep it open, and instead of closing at 7 at night, ending the voting, start earlier or go a little later, whatever, for that 1 day. But no, seems like such a waste of money. A lot of pennies were wasted to get what they wanted, a penny back on the books. Anyway, I'm going to end my rant now. I hope they get their penny so they'll leave us alone, because if they don't, what they're going to do is push and get it back on the next ballot that they're able to get it on. That's the way it works around here, and everywhere else too. Okay, talk to you later. It's actually a pretty big campus here. See, there's roads. There's places on there's buildings behind buildings here. There's another whole nother section back on the back side there. Well, I showed you where I voted at. You listened to me gripe a little. So I think I'll show you some of the runoff places over here for the creek that runs behind my house. Okay. That's we've got a little pond dug right over here in the pasture, back on the other side of that trees and stuff right there. But that comes from over here. When it rains, this gets a lot of activity. Runs out of Johnny. But see, we ain't had no rain amount to anything in crud. I don't know how long. We're way behind on rain. It's just pure dust. But look, there's still water here because they don't ever want to run dry. But it's oh, are you barking at me? People don't drive slow down through here, I'll tell you that. Well, I'm not that far from my house, but that ridge you're looking at back there is the same ridge that's behind my house. It comes all the way down through here. And goes for quite a ways. Runs all the way down. All the way down and crosses the prison property. Which we got a state prison here. That's right here. Is that. But that ridge keeps going. Down, down, down. See now, the ridge runs all the way here. I know it's kind of hard for you to tell, but it's got a road that cuts through it right down here. But then it continues going right on down. So now here's where the creek behind my house flows from. Right, this is right through the prison property right here. Oh, this comes right down through here. Stay on this creek and keep on going. It comes right behind my house where you've seen me on video before. But that's where it does. That's where the water comes from. And it never runs dry. Now the house down yonder on this side is the warden's home. All this used to be farmland. It worked by, it used to be, it's a state prison now, but it used to be a county prison. And it was forward down through there. All them trees you see over there, that's on the right side of the road, that all on prison property. It used to be gardens. They've planted trees in it. You know, but it used to be gardens. And it run all the way down. See a white fence down there? That's where the warden lives. Right there. I'm assuming it still lives there. prison. You have to watch the prison line when your prison's right across the street. Quite a facility. When we get enough rain, all of this is underwater here. And I've seen this field out here underwater, but we ain't had no real rain, no measurable amount of rain in a few months. People walk down through here, get harassed sometimes by the prison guard system. I got one right now in this little guard pickup truck, driving real slow down the road behind me, watching me. Like a old man on a cane walking down the road is gonna be a problem. Sometimes it has to make them feel big, I reckon. I know they're doing their job, but I'm out on the road. I'm not on their property. And I walk down here a couple times a year, especially when it's rained a whole lot, or if there hadn't been any rain at all, just like I just did, to see what level is. See how that creek is holding up. That's somebody driving by. Let's step over here. I mean, it's not like I stop in front of the prison and video them, you know, for 5 or 10 or 15 minutes, whatever. The purpose was, I've only came down here one time to actually purposely video the prison. And that one time was because my sister had always wanted me to do it, and I never got around to doing it. And she passed away. See, that's the ridge behind my house. But my house is more like somewhere right back over yonder behind it. Yeah, but I came down here to video it, and just kind of like in the memories of her, just because she had always asked me to do it, and I never got around to doing it. She was fascinated with prisons. You know, she watched a lot of stuff, you know, people in prison, films, documentaries and stuff. She was always fascinated with it. When we talked, she'd ask me about this prison. So one time I actually came down here and videoed the prison. They didn't like it, but I did it. I can't tell if there's a lot of change in color or not, to tell you the truth. You can tell me. You know, when you live in the same place for nearly 35, 40 years, you lose a lot of cars keep coming by. It ain't even time for shift change for the prison. Lose a lot of neighbors, and that was there before you were there, you know, and down the road and stuff like that, across the road. And well, we got a few still around, but for the most part, some are still around, finally moved away. But around us, we've got one or two. Everybody else is close to the house here is newer settlers, I guess you'd say. They moved in. Oh, bird. That bird just tried to get me. They're not out there out here like they used to be, you know. People would talk to one another and you knew who they were. Now you just work on hopefully finding out what they look like, so you know your neighbor's house ain't being broke into and it's them coming home. Or out there loading something up in the middle of the night. And, well, we got some good ones. That ain't been around a long time. You know, right straight across the road from us. Our driveways cross the road from each other. You know, we know them pretty well. But some come and go so fast. Some just don't want to be neighborly in the sense of knowing each other, you know. In the past, we had one that I went to the trouble to find out what his name was and hollered at him one day and believe me, went to the trouble to remember his name. I hollered at him, he just looked at me like, oh, now you know my name, you're gonna speak to me every time you see me? What's up with this? So now I just wave at him down the road. Yeah. Well, that's a little walk. Well, I've managed to get through the day. I'm back at the fruit stand to bring her pay. I go home. I got to add up all the receipts for last month to pay the state sale taxes and do the sale so she can get the sale tax stuff ready. But I'm tired. I'm always tired nowadays. Everybody's taken care of. All the animals are happy. Except for the turkey. Turkey's not happy. Turkey is very unhappy because the turkey hasn't been able to get a hold of me yet. And I intend on keeping that turkey very unhappy. Yeah. But I'm gonna call it a day and go over there, do stuff up, and I'm going to bed. I'm gonna take me a shower and I'm going to stretch out and sleep. I don't know. We got pony rides in a few days, and if I feel like this, I don't know. I'm wore out. And I managed to get what I have to get done. Guess that's what's important, right? I'm gonna go in here, and I didn't bring her no dirty eggs today. No poopy eggs today. And so she said I tricked her. Put them on the bottom yesterday. I didn't mean for it to work out that way. It just happened to be where I went first and got the eggs. But I used it to my advantage anyway. Everybody have a wonderful day, wonderful evening, wonderful night. We're still waiting on Daniel to find out about California, about the treatment for him. So let's keep that in prayer. And let's just see what happens next. But until then, God bless. Remember, Jesus loves you. And keep on smiling. Good night.